I don't think I've ever done a whole video on a singular fragrance before, but why am I choosing to do one on the new Versace Eros Energy? Well, I'm just gonna cut out the BS and get straight to it. I think this fragrance is painfully average and not worth the money at all. So consider this video as much of a warning as a review and unboxing. I've already done a kind of full review on my TikTok and Instagram of the new Versace Eros Energy. I just spent $180 and blind bought the brand new Versace Eros Energy, but is it actually worth the hype? Let's find out. But I also wanted to post a YouTube video about it as well, because I think my opinion might be quite different and honestly quite harsh compared to a lot of fragrance influencers out on YouTube, because a lot of them kind of like to dance around what they really think, and they kind of like to use all these fancy words. I'm just gonna say it. It just smells like lemons in a bottle. I don't even know the entire note breakdown, but from opening to dry down, to me, it just smells like tart, freshly squeezed lemons. And personally, that's not what I want to smell like. Before I continue to rant about how painfully mid I think this fragrance is, here is what the bottle looks like. Hopefully that's focused and you can see it. It is extremely yellow. To be quite blunt, it looks like piss in a bottle. Personally, I would have preferred maybe a green or a purple bottle, not a bright yellow. But I kind of have a feeling they were trying to replicate, you know, what an energy drink kind of looks like. And I guess in that sense, they did a decent job. This is what the atomizer looks like. I believe it is pretty similar to every other Versace fragrance. It's good, solid dispersion, all of that juicy stuff. The cap is kind of like this bronzy rose. I actually quite like that. I'm just not a huge fan of the super yellow color. I don't know, I'll leave that one up to you guys though. Let's just get into the good stuff. The smell, the performance, the price. If I think it is worth the money, it's not worth the money. When I first sprayed this on, as you may have seen from my TikTok review, I've never smelled it before. Atomizer, oh okay, the atomizer is good. It just smells like Creed Aventus. I instantly thought of Creed Aventus, and still after wearing this a few times, I still think of Creed Aventus whenever I spray it, especially for the first 30 minutes. It smells like a designer's take on the Creed Aventus DNA. It's like he stripped away the pineapple, replaced it with a super synthetic bright lemon, and then you get Versace's take on Creed Aventus. If you're like me, you're also extremely sick of the Creed Aventus DNA. It is everywhere now. It has been around for years. Every brand seems to have a fragrance that is trying to replicate the Creed Aventus DNA, and there's so many dupes of it. For example, Club de Nuit Intense Man. If I wanted to smell like Aventus, I would just wear this. I just was not really expecting or hoping for this new Versace fragrance to smell similar to Aventus, and for me that is one of the biggest reasons why I just wouldn't recommend it to most people out there, unless you're just looking for the Aventus DNA with maybe just a little bit more brighter, citrusy summertime feel. I could be like every other fragrance reviewer and just kind of read out all the notes to you from top, middle, and bottom, but does anyone really care about that? I don't know. I personally, as a viewer, don't care about that. I'll get the editor to put the notes up on the screen, but I'm not gonna read them out. To me, I just pick up on a huge burst of citruses, and it's just not innovative, it's not unique. It's like a synthetic, brighter version of Creed Aventus. That is the best way to describe this fragrance. Another reason I can't recommend it to you is because of the performance. Both times I've tested it, I got around 5, you could stretch to 6 hours longevity, but even for the first hour or two, the projection isn't that strong, and I just find it ridiculous that a fragrance called Versace Eros Energy isn't strong. Like, you think the word energy and you think of, you know, burst, bright, and it kind of smells like that, but you would also expect it to be a very strong, citrusy, punchy fragrance, and it's just not that, and you know, that's another big letdown for me. Although I can only speak on the price of this in Australia, I'm gonna say that I think it is crazily overpriced. It costed me 176 Australian dollars for this 100ml. To put it in perspective, I can get this 200ml bottle of Versace Eros Flame for $140 right now. And And for what it's worth, I think Eros Flame is a significantly superior fragrance in terms of uniqueness, complexity, just the blend, the performance, everything about it I think is better. Even the original Versace Eros EDT and EDP has stronger performance in 2024 than this new release called Versace Eros Energy. Do you just see, it just doesn't sit right with me, the fact that the performance is so weak and it's called Eros Energy. Let me know in the comments what you think. I just think it's ridiculous, man. To conclude this review, I will give it a rating of 7.2 out of 10, and that is honestly being quite generous. I'm gonna wear it now. I'm going to the beach. I feel like for like a beach, the gym, when you just want to smell fresh and citrusy, it's not a terrible choice. However, if I wasn't a fragrance creator and if I didn't need this to make reviews and make videos, there is no chance in hell I am buying this. And I honestly think that is worth a try. Obviously, it's a new release from Versace. Unless you want the Creed Aventus DNA very specifically and you want that juicy brightness, and you want the Versace brand, you maybe really like the bottle, I just can't recommend this to you guys. And that's just being brutally 100% honest. Let me know in the comments if you have tried this new Versace Eros Energy release. Let me know if you have similar thoughts to me or if it pleasantly surprised you. That's gonna wrap up the video. Have a blessed rest of your day. Like, subscribe, tick the bell for notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one.